Today's episode is Childish Teen wants to go to Chuck E. Cheese's. And it was inspired by Matt the Go Animator. Enjoy the video.
Coming up at 3:30 on Cartoonito, a full hour of Coco Melon, followed by super simple songs. Stay tuned.
I love watching Coco Melon, my absolute favorite show in the whole wide world. And I get to sing my favorite songs while watching Coco Melon. But I also like to watch Wonder Pets, Paw Patrol, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and Barney and Friends. If only the show didn't get cancelled in 2010. What is it, Dad? Don't you see I'm going to watch Coco Melon?
Oscar, can you please come downstairs? In 30 minutes, we're going to be having dinner at a restaurant.
What is it, Mom and Dad?
Oscar, we're going to Olive Garden because Julie won a first place in the science fair this week.
I'm so happy we're going somewhere to eat, because eating at home all of the time is really boring. However, I think we should go to Chuck E. Cheese's instead of the Olive Garden. Olive Garden doesn't have any Coco Melon toys, or Rick Head games.
Here we go again. Doesn't Oscar realize he is too old to go to Chuck E. Cheese's? I'm 12 years old, and I don't go to baby restaurants anymore. That's one of the reasons I like Olive Garden. Besides, even if we went to an arcade place, we should go to one that isn't specifically for babies and toddlers.
Oscar, we are not going to Chuck E. Cheese's because we are going to Olive Garden instead. Besides, aren't you rather too old to go to Chuck E. Cheese's? You're 15 years old.
But I don't want to go to Olive Garden. That is a very boring restaurant. No arcade games, no kiddie train, no Coco Melon toys. Why don't we go to Chuck E. Cheese's instead of the Olive Garden? Chuck E. Cheese's is the best restaurant in the world.
Now Oscar, don't get us started with your childish behavior. We need you to behave your absolute best while we're at Olive Garden. Otherwise, you'll be grounded. Understand?
Why can't you take me to Chuck E. Cheese's instead of Olive Garden? Is it that complicated?
Oscar, we can go to an arcade place another time, but today, we are going to Olive Garden. Besides, you can have pizza at Olive Garden. There are other than Chuck E. Cheese's that serve pizza, don't you know that?
This is not looking good. It's going to be really embarrassing while we're at Olive Garden. I think it might be a better idea to have pizza at home instead.
I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's. 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 Please, why can't we go to Chuck E. Cheese's instead of that silly Olive Garden that has no arcade games and Coco Melon toys?
Oscar, no, we're not going to Chuck E. Cheese's, and that is final. Now, stop acting like the big baby you're acting like right now, so that we can go to Olive Garden, and I want you on your very best behavior at dinner.
Hey, don't call me a big baby. How could you do that? I'm 15 years old. I'm not a baby. 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 Stop calling me a baby, you entitled rod. Otherwise I'm going to sue you in court. Big time.
Dad, you know what?
What, Julie?
I really think it's a better idea that we have pizza at home instead. It's going to be really embarrassing to have to deal with Oscar's tantrums while we're at Olive Garden, and we may be asked to leave because of it.
I'm thinking the exact same thing. We should have pizza here at home instead. Oscar, we're going to have to pizza here at home. We can't go into public places with you acting this way.
No, I want to go to Olive Garden. 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 Can we at least go there if we can't go to Chuck E. Cheese's?
Absolutely. No, we're still not going to Olive Garden. Instead, we're going to be ordering a pizza to have here for dinner.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Right, that is it. Oscar, go to your room for 30 minutes. I will let you know when the pizzas are here.
Wow.
1 hour later.
Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, "Did you ever see a dog dancing on a log?" Down by the bay.
I cannot get enough of Coco Melon, especially now that I am eating full slices of pizza while watching these videos.
Thanks for watching.